Hello everybody, it's the 21st of January 2024. We went to Tesco's and Sainsbury's and the butcher yesterday. I'll put the butcher stuff up in a minute because there's not room. But we've had to start shopping differently. I'll get to that bit in a minute because it's sort of in the middle. But Connor's has lactose-free milk. Occasionally he has a pizza, and we've been putting a little sprinkle of normal cheese on. If we brought the hard block of cheese, it was £2.50 for 200 grams. This is on Nectar card. I'm showing you the Sainsbury's bit first. This was on Nectar card for £2. Because it's only for pizzas, I will just stick this in the freezer and he'll just take out what he needs when he needs it, because he won't get through that in that taking like 6 weeks if he had a pizza a week. We've got a smallish block, 600 grams. This was £3.25, and I have a really sore tongue at the moment, so if I sound slurred it will be because of that. I got this just for me, 35p. We still have some frozen blueberries, so I thought I might try and be healthy and have yogurt and fruit. Some pork luncheon meat. I didn't actually read the ingredients on this. I'm having to study the ingredients. So I actually took my glasses out today, which was scary. They're so expensive, I don't want to break them. Where are the ingredients? Oh, down here. No, Connor can't have that. So that's just for me and Barry. We have a packet of peppers, I believe for £1.35. This we checked, £1 for some pepperoni pizza. Pizza top, yeah, the ham that goes onto it. This I wanted. I love pickled beetroot. This is just plain, but jars of beetroot have gone up so much, and it's only me that eats it, so I thought I'd get some fresh one, or vacuum packed. That was 31p. If you wanted organic next to it, it was 99p. But got some garlic for 95p. The cucumber, we brought a huge one because this was 10p more than the normal size, but the normal size was only about that. They were tiny, and it's like pay a bit more. It's only us that needed milk this week. We've still got one 4-pinter, so it'll obviously run out during the week. We've got 2 plant-based butters because they're £1.25 with your Nectar card, and I need to use this in baking, and because Yuki doesn't use butter too much either. Connor doesn't use it, so that's just in baking. I've still got bacon from the butcher. For some reason it seems really salty, but it's quite thick. I wanted some thin bacon, so we think there might be some in there. The onions were £1. It's really hard to get hold of cheap ones. Aldi had them the other week, but you could actually squidge them. They weren't very good. 95p because I don't have any tomato puree. This for Yuki, it was £1.28. She's a vegetarian, in case you're new. I didn't do any of the introductions, so I hardly ever do. But I thought that was a good price. It freezes really well. The Viscounts, that is for Barry and Yuki. and it turned out they were on personalised offer at 45p, 60p to everybody else. Right, I've got 2 bags of rice because I'm going to try and make rice flour. Philip yesterday let me borrow his baby blender that he had when we dropped him off. He let me, I'm borrowing it for a few days to see if I can make it into rice flour, and if it works then I can go and buy one of the gadgets myself. Sorry, you got a silly ring light wire there. We've still got Henderson's, but this is vegan and gluten free. At the moment Connor can't use soy sauce because the cheapest we found was £3, so I want to look around some other shops. And I've got him some rice noodles to try. There's 4 nests there, which is 250 grams, which is at least like 4 or 5 normal packets of ramen noodles that he would eat, that he can no longer eat. He has to do gluten free and lactose free now, so the price of my shopping is going to go up crazy. I brought him some tandoori curry powder because he likes hot food. That's only 1 chilli it's showing, but he likes spicy food anyway. There's no allergens in this for him, but he can't have the Mayflower curry powder because it's made with wheat. We've got a bag of sugar for £1.09. This is exactly the same size as a bag of sugar, it's tiny. Is self-raising white flour, gluten free. That was £1.95, which is why I want to learn to make rice flour, because then I can make you can sort of mix the 2 type and just make it a bit cheaper. Coffee is £1.99. I've brought 6 tins of tomatoes at 35p because last week when I realised that I can't give him gravy because it's got wheat in it, we had quite a few tomato based meals. Yuki loves tomato based meals as well. But 2 tins of baked beans. He can no longer eat baked beans with sausages inside the tin. Can eat them separate, but when they put them in the tin they put wheat in together. So I am really on one this week and getting annoyed with it already. We've got him 4 different types of pasta. We've got the twisty one, it's 75p a packet. We've got straight spaghetti, because when he makes noodles he cuts it up quite small so he doesn't choke, but I thought maybe he could pretend that this is noodles. That was 75p. Got these for Yuki for £1.50 with your Nectar card instead of whatever it was, I think it's £3. They were meant to have the corn ham roast at 50p, completely sold out. They just had the normal one, so she's missed out on that. We did get some gravy, but this was £1.50 for a tiny tub, so I'm going to make his gravy separate to everybody else's because I normally pay like £1.09 for a huge one. What one is this shape? This is the shape we'd normally buy, because I'd normally get the 41 or 42p pasta, but he's going to have that. And we also brought tagliatelle, thinking that he can break up and might think it's noodles, but they're all 75p, which is the same as normal pasta unless you're buying the cheaper version. But if you're buying the normal version it'd be the same. And we've got a small bag of purees. I think it's 900 grams. yeah, 900 grams. That was £1.30. But I think that's been brought so that other people, they don't need me to chop up the potatoes for them. They'll be able to do it in the air fryer themselves. And then we've got, this was £2.70. And with your club card it was £2. I think it says 10 servings. But until I actually learn how to bake gluten free, I thought at least he can nibble on cereal, because biscuits were crazy price. They're like £1.30 for a few custard creams. We normally get a whole packet twice the size for like 60p. So that was all the Sainsbury's bit, and that came to £41 and 86p. But yeah, the cereal should last him a whole week, and I am going to be labelling it that it's Connor's only. But I don't know, I just feel I didn't need to get all 4 packets, but then I did because it will give him a change. But that was Sainsbury's. Tesco's, and I can hear my speech is slurring now, sorry. Tesco's, we've got some wet wipes, 65p, because we don't have any in the house. Some broccoli for £1.30. Free from bread. This is going in, I'm going to separate it into like 4 slices. The rest is going in the freezer. That was £1.95. And you can see that's like a half loaf. It's got, how much date on it? I think Barry saw the 28th or something. Nope, 23rd. Why did he say, no. Yeah, 28th of the 1st. But obviously at £1.95 we don't want to waste any of that, so we shall split it up and put it in the freezer. These mixed baked beans were down to 26p because it's got a beautiful dent in it, but they'll do for chilli. And we've got, just to save some pennies, I've got the cheap 69p washing up liquid. I think Barry said these were £1.75. But again, they're free from gluten and wheat, so they will be Connor's only. And then we have 700 and... So I'm just going to look at the weight myself first. Right, it was £1.28. And it's 720 grams. And it's silly, it's cornflakes. I would have thought Connor could eat them. But I looked it up online and it's all to do with, they put barley in. And barley contains gluten, so I've got to pay even more just for basic cereals, because things like cornflakes, Rice Krispies, I would have thought would be safe. But and for Yuki as well, she has some mini cocktail sausages down to 88p. These sort of things are ideal because you put them in the freezer, but you can cut them up and put them on pizza so that they don't feel like they're missing out. And I got some spring greens. I did look at them in Sainsbury's and then I changed my mind. And then I changed my mind again in Tesco's because they were down to 36p. And even in Sainsbury's, the tops were looking a little bit yellow. But Tesco's was £9.12. Now I'm going to get the butcher's stuff and put it on the worktop. So I'll see you in 2. I put you on pause, went to pick you up, and I pushed stop at the same time. So we're going to have to push this bit together. I normally do it in one go. This is what I wanted from the butcher. I saw it on Facebook, and you've got Mark's Mobile Butchers, and then you've got Mark and Paul Butchers. Mark shows stuff earlier in the week than the other one does, so I already knew about this on like Tuesday. It is great big bits. That's a small bit. It's great big bits of cod fish fillets in breadcrumb, which is going to wind Connor up because obviously breadcrumbs. I've lost the cardboard. Right, we put it in the freezer at an angle, the box, and then the box ripped, so I've kept the label. The light's not very good, is it? Let me just put my glasses on. It's 160 grams to 190 grams roughly each, but there is 5 kilos there for £20. Oh, I didn't see that yesterday as well. There's actually cooking instructions. I put them in the air fryer for 20 minutes and hoped for the best. But yeah, I thought that was a really good deal because I haven't had cod for I don't know how many years. But normally it's the pollock or bassa. But I've got the scales out and I thought we could weigh one together. Right, bit of fish. What's that? 189 grams. I know Iceland's are doing 2 bits battered for £1 apparently, but they'd only be 100 grams each, so that would be the weight of the both bits. Yeah, so they are really good weights. Like I said, Barry did have a piece last night with some chips, and there was 28 in there, so that would do me and him 14 meals, which is the equivalent of 2 weeks. So I did think £20 was good. I spent 3 days, I think, trying to convince myself that that was worth the money. I even looked up like on Tesco's and Sainsbury's to see how much cod was per kilo, and it's like £11. Right, and then from the food group that does food, saving food from landfill, that group on Facebook that's local, I got these bits. I got some apples, some chilies, some little tomatoes, some red apples, a celery, romaine lettuce, some carrots and some mushrooms. That's what I picked up this week for the donation that they suggest, which is also why I didn't pick up. I knew, because I'd already picked this up, I knew that I only needed a cucumber to go with the lettuce and the tomato. But yeah, there's lots of lovely fruit and some vegetables there for us, and that's going to be in the freezer for ages. But yeah, basically I've got Yuki the vegetarian, Connor, I'm just going to call him a fussy eater, but he's not, he's celiac now and lactose intolerant. So my foods are going to have to change, and I'm going to have to learn how to cook with different ingredients. And Barry's probably screaming she can't cook anyway. But yeah, I just heard him giggle. He was thinking it. But I'm going to put all this away and then try and figure out what snacks I can make Connor anyway. So goodbye, and I'll see you on another video, hopefully.